Hi everyone and welcome to Stamp with Angela. I'm Angela Palmer and I'm looking forward to sharing with you today. I'm here from Auckland, New Zealand, and I enjoy paper crafting and sharing tips and ideas with you. So I appreciate you joining me, whether you're watching this live or watching the recording later or even watching this on YouTube. So I hope that my videos give you some ideas, inspire you with your paper crafting and help you too. So if you've got any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. I will do my best to keep an eye on it as we go, and also if later on I'll respond to those comments and things too. So if you're new to Stampin' Up and you don't know too much about it, it's a wonderful product, great high quality and great coordination. And if you're in need of a catalogue or would like to order through me, then please get in touch with me and I'll be happy to help you. I also know I've got some of my regulars that come and watch this video, so appreciate you joining me each week, whether live or recording, but it's always wonderful to have new people checking it out too. And many of us know Stampin' Up, but not everyone does. So there's a wonderful range of products with Stampin' Up, and I've been a demonstrator now for over 11 years, so I really enjoy using the products and things. Today I'm going to share with you the inked and tiled bundle. So this is something that is actually from the annual catalogue, so it's been around for a little while. Had my eye on it for a while, but didn't get it straight away, but recently bought it and I've been using it heaps. We used it this month for coffee and cards and another class and things. I've shared it in my newsletter, so lots of ideas and things, and it's also my product spotlight for this month. So that means if you like it too and you decide to buy it in December, I will send you a free little tutorial package put together by the Crafting Across Borders team. So we're a group of demonstrators from New Zealand, from Australia, America and Canada, and together we put some ideas together like this, as well as our catalogue launch, which I'll talk about later too. So if you purchase the product, then we'll send you a collection of 3 tutorials giving you some ideas with measurement, supply list, the instructions, photos of what the projects are like so you can recreate them too. Anyway, let's get started and do some crafting, and I'll show you today's cards. We're going to make 2 cards with this particular set. We're going to use one that involves the punches and the DSP that coordinates with it. Just the only thing we're going to stamp is the sentiment, and then another card will do a lot more stamping. And I'll show you how to make the card if you don't have the DSP. So lots of possibilities there. So this is the inked and tiled stamp set. So I like the way it's got some lovely images in it, as well as some sentiments and happy birthday, thank you, congratulations, hello friend, lots of love, just a note. So variety there, which makes it quite versatile, and a range of images, leaves, flowers, some sort of background things, more flowers. So you can create some different things for a range of people. It coordinates with this double punch bundle. Okay, so there's 2 punches here. You can put a sentiment in it or create a background, so I'll show you some possibilities with this. So the bundle, if you purchase the bundle, it is these items here, the 2 punches and the stamp set. There is some paper that coordinates with it as well. Now this is not all of it because I have used quite a lot, but the colours focusing on this one, you've got your crushed curry, calypso coral, your lost lagoon, one of my favourites at the moment. I think it's petal pink, and other patterns and things on the back as well. So there are more, but like I say, I've been using quite a few. So this is not part of the bundle, but you can order these as well. There are 6 by 6. Okay. So let me show you the first card we're going to make, which focuses on the DSP and the punches. So you'll see here I've created my background with DSP, and then I've used these shapes to make my focal point on the card, and then just added a little sentiment as well. Hi Sylvia, thank you for joining me today too. It's great to have you here. So thank you to everyone that is watching live, appreciate that. Alright, so let's get started and we will make this card first. So I've got a crushed curry base, and we have this for our background, and then I've got these pieces which will go on the front, and then we're going to cut our shapes. So let me get those pieces of paper. Which were right here, and I've moved things away. So we're going to start with this one first. We're going to do 3 of these. I don't know if you want to call them X's. So we'll punch out 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. And then I've kind of gone for the lighter colour with this one here. So it might be a slightly different pattern, but it's that same sort of colour. So this one has to be a little bit wider to fit the, because, oh, have I made it wide enough? Only just, yes, the bits that point out the side. So 3 of these as well. 2 and 3. Alright, so let's get rid of the bits we don't want. And then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of all of these so that they can be lifted up. Alright, so with these X's I'll just put one in the middle, whoops, or other side, with, is that the right, yeah, that's the right way. The other one, you might, I think I've done both, done 1 or I've done 2, so let's, we'll go with 2 just to be sure. I could use little ones, I guess, as well. Okay, here we go. Now I'll just show you before I stick anything down. Let's turn them all over. So you need to be careful of your placing. So basically on which way up they go, if there's a right or wrong. I want to go quite close to the edge because although there's a bit of a gap there, when I put this one it's going to stick out more. So if you can see that. So you might sort of want to kind of line them up again and sort of work out placement so you get an idea. And obviously we'll do a little bit neater when we're stuck down, but we're kind of arranging it like that. So I do want to make sure that's pretty much on the edge so that when this one is sticking out, it's pretty much on the edge as well. Okay, let's see if we can get it right for real now. So I'm going to take them off, turn them over, and I'm going to take off the, what do you call it? The backing. And I just use my Take Your Pick tool to pull them all off. There's always something that, here it is, I bury. Alright, so you can just quickly pull these off with this. With it if you don't have long nails and things, which she says quickly, and that one doesn't want to come off. Alright, get rid of those. Do some more. Now when you put them down, I wouldn't probably press them too hard in case we need to adjust them. That one doesn't want to come off. There we go. Alright. So what did I say? So we need to kind of pretty much be down a little bit and just sort of hanging over the edge. Gently put it on in case we have to adjust. I'm actually going to turn that one around the other way because it's a lot of Calypso coral against a lot of Calypso coral. So let's do it that way. Then we've got a bit more of a contrast. Hopefully that will work. That. And they're sticking to my finger, and we want to sort of get it straight as well. Nothing like pressure on a video. There we go. So I'm just going to lightly push it on in case we have to adjust. But she's going to go down this side next. So make sure, yeah, I'm happy with that one there. So it's like a puzzle, just putting them all together. I can just push them a little bit closer together now. So has anyone got this set, tried it, played with it? This is quite good for sort of creating some patterns and backgrounds. There we go. We need an X one in there. Like I say, I will adjust it slightly more after. I don't really think this paper has a right or wrong way up for this particular design. So we just need to move that over to get rid of some gaps and things. And then it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll just try and move that up a bit. Okay. Alright, how does that look? It's a bit fiddly, but we'll get there. So then what we're going to do is put that onto a white background there, so it just gives a slight border. And then we can put it together on the front of our card. Alright, we'll get rid of the here there. Right, might just try and manipulate them slightly to not have too many gaps, but there we go. All right, front of our card. Glue this down. And then we're going to use dimensionals again and put that on the back to raise it up from the front. Just trying to move them a little bit closer. Could do it that way for a change. There's a bit more of a gap there, and then I'll hide it with a sentiment. So it's the other way around, but that's okay. Then it gets rid of that slight gap there. So dimensionals, I said, so you know we can move the pattern around. Now I don't know about you, but I like to use up all the bits, so we're going to use around the edge as well. So there you go, and take off the sticky bit. There we go. So we're going to do it, what did we say? That way, so that gap's going to be covered with the sentiment. So about there. Now I'm going to show you a little trick with the sentiment too. You need a strip of paper, just a narrow strip. We're going to do just a note. So this works for a thin, narrow sentiment, like so. Then we're going to use this punch here. We're going to line it up right in the middle, and then it's going to kind of give that little banner either side. So it needs to be about that kind of width. Oops, flies in the air. And then we're going to put more dimensionals, and we'll put it like so. So we'll get those nice thin ones at the bottom again. I'm just going to use my fingernail this time because it's right ready to go, and pop that on. Now to finish it off, what I've done in this is I've put a piece of cardstock and then a strip of that same paper, so it kind of ties it all together, so that's nice. So that is basically punches and paper, and only just stamping the sentiment. So just a little bit of the stamp set there, but you making use of the punches to make an interesting background. And my strip. So do you like that one? And obviously you can play around with different colours, different colour bases, different colour backgrounds to decide what you like. I like to stamp or do something on the inside because then it kind of ties the two together. So how about that? Do you like that one? All right. And remember that tip with the sentiment too. So my next card is going to involve more stamping and no paper at all. I'm going to show you a tip if you've got no Designer Series paper to use. So this one here, so I'm going for the Calypso Coral with the Lost Lagoon, and rather than have a paper background, I've stamped my own background, and I've just remembered I haven't put that stamp on a block yet, so we will do that. So let's create our background first, and I probably need a scrap piece of paper to put behind, so we'll use this, and we're going to use that, and I'm going to use this leaf stamp here and put it on a block. It doesn't quite, does it fit on there? No, it sort of hangs over the edges, so I'm going to go all out and go for a bigger block to make sure it fits. And I'm going to do it in Calypso Coral. If you want a dark background, Calypso Coral. If you want a lighter one, you could do Versamark, and then it will just sort of be lighter. So I'm just going to kind of, oops, that didn't stamp very well. Have I got something? Yeah, there's something in there. So here's a trick. If it's not flat, it's glue or sellotape, and it's bumpy, it's not going to stamp well. So do we have a flat surface now? We do. So there's a tip. Always make sure it's flat underneath. Because it's a background, we can probably get away with going over it. If not, we can turn it over and start again. Let's do that. So yeah, always make sure that your surface is flat underneath. Let's do one that goes out this time. So we're mainly doing around the edges. So this is creating our background if we don't have any paper. So how's that? Lovely. Okay, so that was in Calypso Coral. Then we're going to stamp our flower and things. So I'm going to stamp this first. And the reason being, if I muck it up, I get a second chance and I can turn it over. And if it really doesn't work, then we can, you know, do a label over the top. So let's see how we go. No pressure now. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Yay. Now, I'm not going to use the ink pad for my flower. I'm going to use my markers. So markers are the same ink as what is in your ink pads, but I've got a little bit more control on where I can put them. So I'm going to use my big tip, and I'm gently going to colour my flower like so. And I have done this before, and this works quite well on these cling stamps. And then I'm going to colour my stem and my leaves. So I'm using more the side edge of my markers. Okay, then importantly we need to give it some moisture, so we're going to huff on it. And I might just bring this in because I'm likely to go over the edge. Is it flat is the question. So we're going to do one like this and press, and then I'm going to lift it up slightly, move it to the side and stamp again, and then we get that kind of, see that shadow effect? Do you like that? So, whoops, you can see here we've sort of got that shadow in the background. Okay, so we are going to put that on a piece that is slightly bigger. Now with the first card I had quite a narrow gap. It was only about a 3mm difference in size all the way around. This one I've gone for a slightly bigger border on it. So this is more like cut half a centimetre. Well, that's cut half a centimetre larger than this, so it's a slightly bigger border overall. There we go. Now now on this one, can we do this quickly? Can we take it off? Can we take it off? Are we too slow? I forgot to put the twine on. So, my tape. Tape. I forgot that I was using tape, but I've got the twine. It is here, and I did have a class and some of my stuff is still out of the room. And I don't know if I've got a runner, my seal handy to tape it on. I forgot about the tape. Do I have tear tape here? Okay, we are going to improvise, and I'm going to use my removable tape because it's the only tape within arm's reach. But that's alright, we'll make it work. So let's just cut some pieces off, because it's going to be hidden and glued down anyway. Okay, so, is that going to work? We're going to have to improvise here. So we want it to be above the writing. So usually I put tape down, and it's a bit sticky from my glue anyway, so it might just kind of hold it in place. Go back. So it's usually double-sided, then it's holding it as I go. But this time we're having to hold it. Alright, so that's gone back 3 times, so I'm actually going to tape this down. Phew, that worked. And then we're going to come back, and I'll grab some scissors and cut that off. Oops, these are not my ribbon ones, so that's why it didn't cut so well. Okay, so let's just hold that down. There we go. Now we can stick it onto there. I mean, if I had forgotten, I could have put this layer around both of them, but I remembered at the last minute. And we will add a bow to it as well. It's probably a little bit looser than it usually is. Let's go for our linen or ribbon scissors this time. Much better. We'll tie a bow on. And then we're going to put this on the card front with dimensionals. Although it looked like I was nearly getting towards the end of them, didn't I? There we go. That just adds to it. Okay, putting this together. So the tip with this one is creating your own background with the stamp. Keeping it monochromatic with the same colour as the cardstock. Alright, and then this is going to go on here like so. Looks like we're going to have to use some mini ones this time. At least we've got the option of different sizes, so I will put a couple more than I usually would on because they're smaller. And a couple in the middle, 1, 2, so it doesn't sag in the middle. We'll use our trusty take your pick tool again. Look at that. Pull some off and keep going again. Oh, great. Whoops, missed one. There we are. Put those in our rubbish bin. Okay. And put that on there. Now I'm trying to remember what I did inside the card. Aha! So I stamped another flower and things on the inside. So we'll get, where is my inside piece? Here we go. So I'm going to do the same thing again very quickly. So if you missed it the first time, you get to watch it again. So I'm going to get my markers, colour and my stamp. Now do you remember the step that you have to do before you stamp it once the colour is on? Yes, we have to huff on it. Alright, so we've done kind of the bottom corner. Are we flat? We're flat. And I'll do that little shadow technique as well. There we go, beautiful. And that is our second card. So I've got a few other things to let you know today, so hang in there. Oh, and also some sparkle. I have a feeling that that is out of arm's reach, so I won't put that on. But you can add, I've put some iridescent rhinestones on there, 1, 2, 3, just to add to it. So there you go. So let me show you the first card again. So that was our first card. So it is the punch with the designer series paper. I think it's called Inked Botanicals. And then this one here is using the stamp set, the inked and tiled stamp set, to create backgrounds and things. So remember, if you like this particular set, the bundle includes the stamps and the 2 punches. And if you purchase that today, you can get free shipping, which is very cool. So free shipping on orders of $100 or more for today. Or there might be other things that you want. So these are a bundle. And also, there's a team of us, the Crafting Across Borders team, who have put together a product spotlight for December. So if you purchase these products here, you will get 3 complimentary tutorial ideas that you can use using using the stamps and the punches and things. So the tutorials include, you know, some photos of what you're making, supply list, or the measurements in metric and imperial, and also the instructions on how to make them. So if I turn this over, you can see, I know it's probably a bit small, but there's the sheets with the images, instructions and things on them. So if you purchase it through me, then I will send you these complimentary tutorials and things. So there you go. What else? So like I said today, last time before Christmas is free shipping. So it's only today. If you spend an order $100 or more, then you get free shipping. So whether you've got things on your wish list, you need to get some more crafting supplies, glues or cardstock or other bits and pieces, order them at $100 and you'll get free shipping. Now they won't guarantee that this will obviously be delivered before Christmas, but at least you know that it's coming and you'll have it for the new year to do your crafting and things. Now if you've got a smaller order, I will put an order in tonight at 8 p.m. So get in touch with me. You can be part of my order. If you're local, then you can come and pick it up from me. If not, I can send it to you as long as it fits in an A4 bag for $6. If you're rural, then there'll be an extra cost, but that's cheaper than the usual $10.95 for minimum shipping. So just get in touch with me before 8 p.m. if you'd like to order anything. And that's for today only. So there you are. So I hope you enjoyed today's cards. And remember the product spotlight. Now, one other thing, I don't have an image or anything for this, but in January we have a new catalogue coming. I do actually have a copy of it, but it is, again, out of arm's reach. So I'll be sending those out to my customers. I'll be sorting that out over the weekend, sending them early next week for those that have ordered and things from me before. And in January, we're going to be doing a online catalogue launch, and you can register for that. So if you're on my newsletter, you would have seen some information about that. So please register. It's free. And it's put together by the Crafting Across Borders team, and we'll share some different projects and inspiration from that. Now that will be in New Zealand time on Saturday the 6th of January. Now I know it's kind of, sort of holiday time, so you can still register, watch it a little bit later. There will be some specials on that weekend, so try and sort of touch base that weekend if you can. But you can always see, the tutorials and things after. So this event is for customers only, not for demonstrators. So if you've got any questions about what I've made today, the Inked and Tile bundle, the free shipping, anything like that, remember, if you want to be kept up to date, please subscribe to my newsletter. So if you go to stampwithangela.co.nz/free tutorial, you'll get sent a free tutorial and be kept up to date with information. All right. So thank you. It's wonderful to share some ideas with you. Thank you for your time today. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.